Congratulations on being nominated for the 2025 Camplify Owner of the Year Award for New Zealand.
You?
Thank you.
That's really cool.
How did you guys first hear about Camplify?
So we first got into motorhoming probably 5 or maybe 6 years ago, pre-COVID, and we were actually looking to hire a camper van in the South Island of New Zealand to go on a bit of a family trip. And we
I'd
went.
promised my best friend that we would visit in Wanaka,
Yes,
and this all started this whole new journey of having a motorhome from there. So
yeah. So we went out to Mystery Creek and just wanted to familiarise ourselves with camper vans and get an idea of what we might want to rent. Yeah, when we were there, we ended up looking at a camper van that was an ex-rental from the UK. It was one-year-old ex-rental, and we got talking to a lady there from RV Supercentre. And then the idea came up from Maree that we could actually look at buying a camper van and then renting that out as well as using it ourselves. So we actually ended up doing exactly that. We sort of crunched the numbers and ended up buying that and signing up with My Way at the time and going on a bit of a journey learning all about the rental process. And then a couple of years down the track, Camplify bought out My Way, and then we moved across to Camplify. And been with you guys ever since.
Awesome. So I can see you guys joined us in 2022 in June, and you've got the one camper van. Is that right? Do you want to tell us a little bit about your van and what makes it so great?
Yeah, it's we actually had another van before this one. It was a 2018 roller team. It was called a roller team Zafiro, and that was a 5 berth, which we found rented quite well.
Hmm.
After owning that one for a couple of years, we found out what we liked and what we didn't. We really sort of learnt a lot along the way. And just after COVID or during the COVID times, we ended up selling that van, and we upgraded to a new 6 berth roller team Zafiro, a 2022 model, and that was more suited to our needs as a family, as well as I think being a good rental vehicle. So we
just
were.
a higher, like the insides are higher so taller people can be in there, accessible to the garage from the inside, and bigger beds because we had teenagers. So, having a queen size bed at the back and a king single and then a king at the front meant it gave us a bit more one-on-one space for each of the kids and for us. But we don't really tend to use the other 2 berths because that's where the table is. But we found that it just gave us all as a family more space.
Awesome. So it suited your needs, and
Yeah,
then
that's right.
obviously you get the bonus of hiring it out as well, so you get to enjoy it.
Suited our needs and suited, I think, probably what the typical hire would be for us, which is either a young family or family of 4 or an older couple. That's sort of our main
Fit
target.
older couple
Yeah,
because
that's
both
our
of the
main
big
target
beds
market.
are on ladders. It's
That's
like,
right. Yeah, they are elevated beds, but the nice thing is the beds they stay made up the whole time, so you don't need to muck around making the beds up at the end
I
of the
have to
day.
go off and do them for you.
I was gonna say, it doesn't sound like you have to do them, mate, but someone's gonna do them. You've done a fair few bookings with that vehicle, and it's done really, really well in the last few years. So, is there any memorable hires or any moments that sort of stand out to you in that time?
Probably one of our highs last year was a German family. They were a family of 4, 2 young kids aged 1 and 3 from memory. So they took the camper out on a 2-month tour of the country. So that was a really good rental for us, probably the
Mm.
highest revenue rental we've had. And then actually we started to realize that picking up on those peak summer rentals was really a a really good idea. So rather than just using it in that peak period, being able to rent it meant we maximized the income,
Yeah, okay.
and we only had to do like one handover in a long period of time. So you're not having to constantly turn them around, and we tend to stay away from the short 3-day rentals just because of what's involved in preparing the van for it to go out. So that was really ideal for us. So we
Plus,
had.
it's not economical for the person renting because it seems super
Mm,
expensive for a really short space.
Yeah.
And you don't really see the same value in it. Whereas when you're paying the overnight rate and you're getting oils, toaster, hand towels, bedding, towels, all of it, when you go, oh, well, that's comparative to a hotel with
Mm.
opportunities to be mobile and it's comparative, whereas otherwise it wouldn't have, it's just It's just not the same.
Yeah, our
Yeah,
business is really about providing like a quality experience, so especially for tourists that come into the country and they want to explore, we really want them to have a good time, and we feel that doing a long-term rental and having the van well stocked is more beneficial than them, say, going through one of the mainstream commercial providers, because we offer
mm,
more on the van. So and the feedback we got from that particular rental was excellent. Lots of photos from them along the way and communication on how they were doing. And then when they returned the van, they returned it in immaculate condition. Gave us a glowing 5-star review, and that's what makes our day. That's the Camplify experience.
We also worked hard for them though too, because they've got little people. So we did all the research for their car seats and all of those extra
okay,
things as well.
yeah,
And we also stored all their baggage for them and like their hard case suitcases here. So they didn't actually
mm,
didn't have to take it with them on the trip. So they had lots of the packing cells and things. They were very avid travels. They'd done lots. They threw half of the stuff we have in the kitchen out because they wanted more space. We won't use this, we won't use that. And they stood there at the handover spot, which was actually at the bus depot. And we're taking half the stuff out because we won't use that, we won't use that, we don't want that. And so we
yeah.
made it work for them. So they went through it like a fine tooth comb what they wanted. And that was really quite cool too.
Yeah, I think also less cleaning for you at the end. I find that especially people who are new to the platform, and even myself when I first started listing, you kind of try and cover all bases, put everything in, and then you realize it's the small things to check, and a lot of stuff doesn't get used. So you just offer it and then put it in if they need it.
And some people it's really funny, they use completely different utensils or completely different pots, pans. So if you have it there and then they choose they don't need it, then it's actually more helpful than overcrowding their little space.
Yeah, like how do you cook a spaghetti bolognese in a fry pan? I don't even know.
That's
What's the biggest benefit that you guys have found being part of a community like Camplify?
there's a few things.
Support.
Yeah, definitely the support offered from Camplify, knowing that you guys are a phone call away. Even the member group being on the Facebook page. I'll often jump on and try to answer questions when I can if newbies are on there or people are asking particular things. Also getting ideas and sharing with others as well. Also, the safety of the platform, I think, is really important. You know that when your van's rented out, there's been proper checks done that you guys do. We know that the guests are insured, and that's all taken care of, and that you're handling a lot of those things behind the scenes. So our job is just to make sure we have the van ready, communicate well with the guest, and fill in the rest of those gaps. And that seems to work as a real partnership and works really well.
Awesome. And Maree, what's one tip that you give to someone who's just starting on Camplify if they first list when they first put it up there?
First thing would be for me not to necessarily put all your berths up, because like us, when we first put up, it was a 5 berth. You got bigger families expecting they could fit into this teeny spot. So
Okay.
it's easier to start off, even if you are maybe a 6 berth like us, to list yourself as a 2 or a 4. See how you feel, how you deal with the handover and the cleaning. And the big one is having a double set of everything, the linen. So if you have that fast turnover, you've got a double set just sitting waiting to go, so you're not having to wait. And the other tip I also do is I actually go and use the laundry mats. And that sounds crazy, but I found a clean, good one. And what I do is I take it, and I've done it within 2 loads. So I throw the whites or the lighter stuff in one, the heavier in another, put them both on at the same time, dry them, and within less than 2 hours, you've done the entire laundry, as opposed to waiting, using your own
Right.
machine.
Yeah.
That's a lot quicker, and that sped my process up for my turnaround as well.
That's awesome. And Jonathan, what's one thing that you do to prepare your vehicle before it goes down high so you know that you're going to get that 5-star review?
Just make sure it's really clean. So we treat each hire like we're preparing it as we would want it to go out, or like we're preparing it for a good friend, and we make sure it's well stocked, that a thorough clean's been done. I'll go to the extent of taking the van down to one of the local truck wash places, and they'll do a good clean, including on the top, and it's quite a good, rather than me spending a few hours doing it, they do it quite quickly and for a reasonable price. So just having it immaculately clean and all stocked up and ready to go.
Plus all that things like the petrol, the blue, AdBlue, all that stuff. All of those basic things done really well, and just every single time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And when people pick the vehicle up from you, whereabouts are you guys located?
We're in Hamilton, so we're centrally located in Hamilton. So we've had we've had people. They'll typically or often come to our house. Some come down on the bus, or they look for they're actually coming into Auckland, and we'll give instructions for them to either take the train or the bus down, and then we'll actually go and collect them from the bus station and bring them back to our home, and then just take the time, spend a good hour just really going through the van. The other thing we do is we've got a pre-recorded video that we actually send out ahead of time, so they can actually watch that usually a week before they come, and often they get really excited when they do that, and they'll actually give feedback that, oh, that was really great. Now, we were excited before, but now we're really excited because we really get to see what the van's like and what it offers. And that also means when they turn up for handover, they've actually already gone through that process, so it makes it a lot quicker.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They're seeing it for the second time.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
repetition for them as well, and usually by then they know what questions they want to bring to the table, so we can get that answered, and then we give them a little instruction book to take away as well. So if during the journey they forget something, they can look up the little
With
guide.
little diagrams and things, it's
Yeah.
quite helpful.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
did find that having them we have tried to do pickups from the airport, but we found that those clients weren't as respectful of the van, or so the motorhome, because they assumed it was a massive company. They assumed it was
Okay.
a Hertz rental or that type of car, or Avis cars or whatever. And when they came to our home, there was a face-to-face value. So it was quite different. They were like, oh, this is just a mum and dad trying to make some money, trying to look after their family. So they then had a bit more of a personal touch in how they looked after it for us also.
Yeah, that's good. They probably, they can see that personal connection and that you care about their experience too. So the more effort you put in, the more effort they probably put in to look after it for you too. What are some good secret little spots for places to check out near where you are when people head off?
Waitomo Caves, one of the big ones.
Absolutely.
Lots of the hot pools, Rotorua.
Hobbiton for those Lord of the Rings fans.
And what surprised you guys the most about renting out your vehicle on Camplify?
I think we've been quite pleased with how well people look after it. Like, you're never really sure. There's a bit of anxiety at the start as to how it's going to go. So, you spend a lot of money on these vehicles and you just want it to be looked after and treated well. And I think because people are coming through Camplify, because of the type of service it is, owner peer service, it seems to work really well, and people have a respect. So that has been a pleasant surprise that for the most part the van comes back clean, well looked after. Where there have been little incidents occur, people tell you, "Oh, really sorry this happened," and you work through it, and it's all good. Yeah, regardless, it doesn't seem to matter if it's families or older couples. It's we're well looked after.
Yeah, awesome. And what do you guys love most about caravanning and camping yourself in New Zealand? Do you get to go out much, or?
Yes, I'm actually going out again on Friday. I have a work
Nice.
conference. I have a personal trainer away from doing the motorhome. So every year we have a conference, and I get to go to the beautiful Takapuna, and there's an amazing campground right on the water, and they've got the most phenomenal cafe. So it's a great break for me. I get to park up the motorhome. I don't have to cook any breakfast. Fantastic cafe right there, do amazing eggs benny. And then if I want to walk the pool, which is 2 minutes, and get dinner, it's right there. And I have beautiful ocean views, get stunning sunsets. And every now and again, the husband and kids will join me, but it's never as much fun because it's a lot more peaceful when I'm there by myself.
Can't imagine why.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
This sounds like
that's a good spot, and I really like that. But then there's lots of amazing little tucked away secrets. So even some of the NZMCA sites where they're like $6 or $10 a night, down Tata Beach, that was amazing. Right on it was a little yacht club, and then inside the yacht club they had showers, washing machines, $2 to use those if you didn't want to use your own van. It was a beautiful spot, and it was like 180 degrees of view of water. There's some really neat little ones off the beaten track. What are the other ones we've used here that are closer to us?
Oh, there's
There's lots in Cambridge, so like
yeah,
around the
there's
Cambridge
so
area,
many.
around Karapiro, all the different Temata, all around that sort
The
of
Hawke's Bay
the Hawke's
region.
Bay as well. We've been right down to where are the Flappy Birds? Right down the end.
Yeah, we just love it. We can just jump. We just love we can jump in it, and we can don't have to think about where we want to stay. We did a South Island trip in our camper with our teenage kids, and it was brilliant. We didn't have to book anywhere. It was in peak period. We could just turn up, decide to freedom camp somewhere for the night, or jump into a campground. Brilliant.
Or if you go to the pub in Picton and you park in the car park for free, only if you eat there,
Yep,
and you'll get a free shot at the bar,
that's all right.
as long
Yeah.
as you're not driving.
I was going to say, they'll let you sort of stumble back into your van and go to sleep.
Yeah, 100%. So they let you park in the actual car park. They'll get some of the locals to move their car. Hey, so-and-so wants to park on the chain. Hey, and then they'll give them a shot and say, thanks for moving your car. You go back out, and as long as you partake, maybe in karaoke and some pool, but you have to eat there, and they're more than happy for you to literally camp for free overnight in their car park.
Yeah, it's a great community.
That is like, of all the tips I've been given in these interviews, that is the best
That's the
by
top one.
far. That is incredibly, and it's very New Zealand.
It's free accommodation and some entertainment. That's great.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. If a friend asked you, should they list on Camplify, what would you tell them?
We've told them yes already. So I've got a neighbour who lives 3 streets over, and they brought a motorhome, and I took her through what we do. So we've done that. We have done that. Helen and her hubby, they came to us and said, we've seen you for the last 3 years. Every time we drive past for school, who do you list yours with? You look like you don't always use it yourselves. What do you guys do? And so we took her through it, and we showed her step by step what we'd done and why, and what was the safest way to kind of get started. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we've had a number of those conversations actually. People just come and see the camper van in the driveway, and they want to know all about it. So we explain how it all works and how the Camplify experience works well. And
they're like, it's an Airbnb on wheels, and they're like, what?
yeah, yeah. And the big one it'll be, we say without a doubt, because the fact you can go and buy an asset, which is reasonable for value. You're not going to buy a batch that you're lucky to get a bit of income for, and it takes you many years to pay it off. We've found with our camper, we're paying it down quickly from the money we're earning from the income. I think we've got a couple of years left of payments, and then it's done. And then we get to choose whether we want to use it or whether we want to rent it. It gives us options. So this upcoming holidays, for example, we've got it rented out for a period of time, and we're using a portion of that income to pay for a beach rental property, rather than us using the van. So there's a lot of benefits to doing it.
Our kids have seen a lot more of the country, and we're not stuck in one beach property, like one beach region. So we've definitely seen a lot more of New Zealand than what we would have if we just bought a single property and gone there for holiday.
We used to go to the same beach every year, and then that's when we sort of thought, oh, actually, there's so much more to this country. Let's explore, and it was the best thing we did. Yeah, I'm actually putting together with this knowledge that we've learned over the last sort of 6 years. I'm actually putting a course together at the moment to teach others how to actually build a rental motorhome business, all the ins and outs. And so I'm currently working on that, which is really fun.
Wow, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And you guys have been such great owners, the New Zealand team. Elle, Nadine, Kelly, Sam, all the guys over there, and they love working with you so much, and that's why they nominated you for the 2025 awards. And you guys are actually our runners-up, so congratulations on receiving the runners-up. Yeah, you've done an amazing job, and I can see why.
You.
Thanks so much. That's
That's
amazing.
very exciting. Thanks, hon.
That's okay. Well,
it's a great crew over here. They're a fantastic bunch.
they are awesome, and they're raving about you, and they couldn't wait for us to let you know. And
That's awesome.
we've got so many owners. We've got people with huge fleets, and we've got single van owners like yourself. But the effort that you put in, and just chatting to you, like your attitude towards it, and the higher experience you provide, and your reviews, and you've just done such an amazing job. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jake. Much appreciated.
It's exciting.
Of course, our hiring experience and our owner community wouldn't be the same without people like yourself. I see you guys on the Facebook group as well, helping out from time to time, and obviously chatting to other owners, mentoring them, and now you're even thinking about building your own stuff. So thank you so much for being part of it and just giving that experience to our hires as well.
Absolutely. No, we look forward to doing more going forward, and carry on that relationship. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, mate.